Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Zaire. If you aren't new, you probably are familiar with my hair videos. I usually start off with dirty hair, or not necessarily dirty, but right around wash day. This is one of those videos. Today is one of those days where I am avoiding wash day once again. I'm not surprised. I'm sure you guys aren't surprised. So today I thought I'd try a new hairstyle. So in my last video, you guys saw that I did a twist out. That went really well. It lasted for around a week and a half, and then the humidity got the best of it and it got really fluffy. And so this is the same hair from that last hairstyle, except it's looking a little crusty. So I wanted to spice it up, zhuzh it up for the last day before my wash day. I'm going to take off my scarf. This is the scarf that I used to go to sleep with. And as you can see, last night I was contemplating on whether or not I was going to wash it last night or today/tomorrow. And I've already kind of like sectioned it off into the two parts. What you want to do, let me take this side down, is have your hair kind of fluff it out a bit. I don't like doing buns or like a lot of tension hairstyles because I find that it thins out my hairline and it breaks off my hair if I have those tight hairstyles too often or for too long. So whenever I do a tight hairstyle, like a slicked back hairstyle, I try to only leave it for 1 to 2 days max. I know if you do a lot of slick backs, let me know if you too find that wherever you part your hair, it starts to thin out a bit. I used to do a lot of slick backs and I noticed that my parts would start getting like sparse, and I just stopped doing slick backs pretty much, unless it's like this hairstyle where it's only going to be in my hair for 1 day to 2 days max, then I'll do slick backs. But even then, I try not to do too many intense slick backs. So I'm just parting my hair, or trying to part it along the center. I don't know if I have a lumpy head or what, or I'm just really bad at parting, but I can never part my hair like perfectly straight. Like even then, it's like slightly over to the side, but I'm not too specific. That being said, I just dyed my hair on the 17th. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up in the information cards. Take a look at that video if you want. You don't have to. But so I dyed it on the 17th. That was the last time I washed my hair too. But you can see the new growth already. It's not that much, but it's so shocking. I mean, you know your hair grows. It's always growing, but you know your hair grows. But ever since I dyed my hair, it's actually been pretty cool to see the hair grow, because you can actually see the new hair growth in contrast to the dyed hair. So that's been really cool for me. It's like a little experiment. So I'm sectioning this hair off. I'm gonna take my rings off. Don't want product to get all over them. So we sectioned off half of our head, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come a little closer and section off like a triangle in the front of my hair. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you get it perfect, kudos to you. I can't, so I'm just gonna section off a small triangle in the front, something like that. You can see some product, maybe some dandruff as well. But anyways, so try to get it kind of straight. Okay, that's as best as I'm gonna get it. Then I'm just going to like twist this away and put it here. I'm just going to use my comb to hold it. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you have this part. So we're going to begin slicking it back. I have a lot of different curl patterns in my head. I have like 3C to 4B. My curls are a lot tighter in the back, and yeah, my curls are all over the place. I have really tight curls in the back. I have looser curls on the top and on the bottom, and then in here it's just everything. So the only gel that I find that really works with slicking back my short hair is the Got To Be styling spiking glue. I know a lot of people use this. I'm sure you guys have heard of it or used it yourselves. This is my favorite gel. The only thing that I'm a bit wary with this is that it's really strong, and I don't think it's the best for my hair, but because I only do these styles every once in a while and I only leave the hair gel on my hair for like a day or two, I'm okay with using it every once in a while. So next thing is I'm gonna spray my hair a little bit. With these styles or slicking back my hair, I find that working on dirty hair is best because it's not like freshly cleaned. So I have product on my hair from my last styles, and this is kind of just gonna go on top of that product that's already on the hair, so it's not directly on my hair, if that makes sense. Okay, and start off with a little bit and work your way up. So I'm just going to wrap this in my hands and start pulling my hair back with my hands before I even go in with a brush. Now I'm going to go in with normal paddle brush. As you can see, it's like not perfectly smooth, but this is just the first step. So now that I've kind of gotten it to like sit where I want, I'm gonna go with a little bit more, and this time I'm just putting it more so in the front where I want it to be more slick. And this time around, and pull your hair, and then I brush. So we're not doing the final bun yet. So I'm just gonna go like this and go like that. So you have this. Now we're going to work on the front piece that we left out. So I'm gonna put a little bit of the Got To Be glue around the perimeter because we're going to braid the hair. So it's going to have this really cool design. This is kind of like space buns. The style is basically space buns, but with a braid in the front. And I don't really focus on putting gel in the shaft of my hair, just the perimeter. I'm gonna brush. You want this to be really slick around the edges because this is going to be the part that you see first, and then you want to tightly braid at the root, and then as you continue to braid through the length of the hair, you can loosen up the braid, but you want the base of the braid to be really tight. It's like pull and braid, and now that it's tight, you can braid kind of loose. And the ends don't have to look special at all because it's going in the bun. So now that we have the braid done, you're just gonna pull it and tuck it into the bun in the back. So I just pulled it, and now that we have the bun a certain way, you could kind of just like zhuzh it to look how you want. So I'm gonna go like this, just like pick pieces and wrap it around itself. Grab these, just wrap it. But this is how it should look, the bun itself. I'm going to attempt to do my edges. I don't normally do my edges because I'm not really good at it, and I normally don't. But with this hairstyle, I think it'd be fun to try. So, ooh, I'm really nervous. I'm gonna go down, go like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Go like that. Brush it in. Ooh. I think that's as best as I'm going to get it. And then I could try to do my sides. The thing with having red hair, I feel like my edges are so faint. It doesn't really make me look like anything. I don't know. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't even know. I don't want to mess up my braid. So I'm just gonna go like this. That does anything. Don't think it does. It doesn't really do anything either. So we have half of our hair done. And the buns is just like as you want. So you can mess with them as much as you want. You can make them really big and fluffy or really tight and small. It's honestly just personal preference. I'm most likely going to come back to this. I think I want mine a bit smaller. I don't know. Okay, so I finished the second one. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing. Bring it and tuck it into the bun. And this bun starts to unravel, which is okay because we're going to go and wrap it around itself. This. Kind of like the way the curls look. So I'm going to pull it like this and tuck it under the elastic. Then I'm going to grab these pieces and just wrap. I personally like it a bit messy looking. This braid is coming out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a couple of bobby pins just to pin everything in place. Okay, I got the bobby pins. So at this point, it's just to play around with the buns to your own liking. I'm gonna pin the braids in or down. That way they don't move throughout the day. Just a bit of extra safety. So pin them down, and now I'm just going to shape the buns a bit. Try to get them even, or as even as possible. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to do the edges on the other side. I don't even think you guys can see because the sun is coming from this side, but I feel like I'm not really even doing anything, but you guys get the gist of it. So these are the final results. So those are the braid designs. It's a really quick and easy summer hairstyle. I think this not only takes me, when I'm not filming it, like 5 to 6 minutes, and it looks summery, it's fun. So yeah, like I said before, I don't do slick backs normally because I don't like the amount of tension it puts on my hair itself. And one thing I would recommend is if you're going to have this hairstyle and leave it for like 2 days, I would only recommend leaving it in for 2 days because of the tension. Make sure you undo your puffs at night because you don't want to sleep and have your hair be constantly pulled while you're sleeping throughout the night. Or even like at the end of the day when you come back home, just like loosen up your puffs. That way your hair can relax a bit. And then in the morning, just like re-brush it out. And because if you're using Gossipy glue, you don't have to reapply it in the morning, or at least I have found that I personally haven't had to reapply it. All I do is I put a very I'll spray a little bit of water or slightly run my brush under the water in the sink and brush it, and it'll like reactivate the gel. That's what I usually do. That way I can avoid using too much product, and even if you're gonna wash your hair the next day, my scalp is personally kind of sensitive to gels, so I don't really like to put gels in my hair for a long time or put too much gel because it will start to make my scalp itchy. But yeah, this gel doesn't really make my scalp itch too much, but I've noticed that if I leave it on for more than 2 days, then I'll get a bit of irritation from it. So that was the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. I hope to see you guys in the next one.